Hello and welcome back. We're about to start with game 2 very, very quickly. Lawrence, what a misfire with it. Now, this guy has really impressed us with his consistent play in classical format, but he's still trying to figure out the shorter time controls and how strong he is. And that win against Levon would have gone a long way, and he was so close.
Close, but no cigar. You know, at the end of the day, you've got to convert these advantages, and he didn't manage to do that. The players are getting on stage. Remember, there are 9 Blitz games today. Here are the results from the first round. Just a quick recap. Hikaru winning and Harikrishna winning. The rest of the games drawn. And we're going to have a look now at the round 2 pairings. Ganguly Karjakin, Anand Mamajarov, Vidit Wesley So, Pragnananda White against Aronian, and Nakamura against Harikrishna.
I like that matchup.
Already a huge match because they are both the guys on top. So a clash of the leaders already after round 2. We'll be keeping an eye on that one.
And they both had a really good show in the rapid event as well, with Hari finishing 2nd.
Indeed. And what are your thoughts on this? You know, if Hikaru wins this one, he's already pulling away a bit.
And Prague up against another giant of chess, Levon Aronian. I mean, when Nihal started off with the rapid, no one could have predicted the impressive form that he showed. And I can't wait for Pragnananda. All he needs is that one good game to get that confidence and get started. Another very interesting matchup was Shianand against Shak Mamedyarov. And we've got Surya against Karjakin. Now, Surya has been really struggling this entire event.
He really has, yeah.
I think we should keep our eye on this game, Levon, and on this game, Lawrence, and then if it fizzles out, we can skip over it and see how Levon's doing against Pragnananda.
Agreed. What do you think? Nakamura against Harikrishna? What's your prediction?
What I do know is that Hikaru really does get unstoppable once he starts winning game after game. And if anyone else has to do it, it has to be soon, because confidence really is everything, and we've seen him just win. With Hari, it's not going to be easy. Hari is a very solid player.
Yeah, he is, and Hikaru's
a very strong blitz player, in fact.
Hikaru's sticking to his guns. Knight f3, d5, e3. He's played this consistently. e3, knight f6, c4, and now Hari goes for c6. So not committing with e6. Is he going to go b3 anyway? No, this time Hikaru goes for d4.
Bishop to f5.
And we have a main line Slav, depending on what Hikaru does. Knight c3, e6, and knight h4. Been played many times before. Trying to get rid of this light squared bishop. Bishop e4, f3. The bishop comes back to g6. This is the reason why black plays bishop e4 is to provoke f3, which apparently doesn't help white in its structure. Queen to b3 and queen to b6. This has been seen thousands of times. Not the most exciting of positions, but can develop. Knight takes g6, h takes g6. And now Hikaru's got to decide how he wants to develop his pieces. Is he going to go with g3 and bishop g2? That's certainly one way. You can start with bishop d2, as he's done here. And Hari will most likely just play knight bd7. Maybe he'll take on b3. Not completely clear.
Let's quickly go over to the Levon game, because I see an f6 on the board.
f6? Ooh, okay. Well,
this is interesting.
We have a Rai Lopez exchange variation. Very rare do we see that nowadays. Very interesting. Castles, bishop e7. This line here is a line that Mark Hebden, English Grandmaster, plays a lot. Very, very interesting line. One of the many options that black has. The pawn isn't on prise because queen d4 and you win the pawn back. And in fact, if you start attacking, it's been shown that white has got
there really isn't anything on the e-file.
There's nothing on the e-file. Black can always block. So bishop e7 is a curious looking move. d3, and now Levon decides to play f6. Okay, so now the pawn was on pre. Bishop e3 and bishop g4. Knight bd2.
And g5.
And g5. Off we go to the races. g5. Levon making his intentions clear. And now b4 by Pragnanda. Knight h6 and queen b1. Very, very high level maneuvering here. But I like it. I love it.
So he wants to put the queen on b3.
Sometimes you want to put the queen on b3, indeed. Sometimes you just want to start opening some lines on the queen side. And you're saying to black, this is all a bit of a show. This is all not, this is fake news, Tania, on the king side.
We have that all over the world. Why not here?
You can get fake news on the chessboard. This is just fake
He's gone
news.
for a4, b5.
There we go. I like it. Queen d7, a4, the knight came to f7 and b5. I love it.
Takes on b5 and rook a1.
Yeah, and he sacrificed a pawn. Now, is it enough?
But you've got queen a8. If you take on b5, queen a8, and at least you can win the pawn back immediately.
Because queen c8 and black holds
right.
everything. Ooh.
So
he took on what?
What just happened?
This is brilliant.
Queen
he
a1.
took on c6 here. Intermediate move. Rook takes queen.
Takes on d7.
d7. King takes d7, and now he took on b1. And if we do a quick count,
it's equal.
It's equal material. So this is what Pragnananda had planned. But of course, Levon has got a perfectly reasonable position here. He probably prefers his position. Similar kind of pawn structure, ironically, to the Caruana-Carlsen game from last night. Actually, almost identical on the queen side. Very, very curious. b6 now by Levon. And he's got the two bishops.
Rook a1.
He's going to try and outplay his opponent here with the two bishops. Although, I guess, with best play, White should be holding here.
White's got a good pawn structure, and he's got control over the a file. That's very, very important. And that weakness in b7 to waste time to play b6 so that White could control the a file, because if Black was able to get rook to a8, that would be domination for him.
Domination nation. All right. In the Nakamura game, we will go back there, because that is game of the round for sure. We're going to just fast forward to the current position. We've got this position here, and I guess Harry is very, very happy in this position. He's solid. Yes, White has got the two bishops, but he's got a poor structure here on the queen side. And without the queens on, not really much attacking chances. The bishops aren't really performing at their maximum level. So I guess that Harikrishna is doing just fine here.
It does look okay for Black. I mean, there are no weaknesses in the structure except these two bishops, like you pointed out, and that just doesn't feel enough in this position.
Chat saying Pragnananda shouldn't be forced to wear a suit. I think he should be forced to wear a suit.
I don't think he is forced. I think it's amazing when players show up dressed professionally.
I do. That's what I'm saying. I think that, players in suits, I like it a lot. It's good for the image of the tournament. And he's fine, it fits him. It's not like my clothes, Tania, that don't fit me anymore. Because, as you comment every day, I've put on tons of weight and I look horrible. But he's pulling it off, He's pulling it off. All right, we will go, this game, well, looks like Harikrishna has really solved all of his problems here. All of these pieces lined up down the D file.
All right, let's quickly jump to the Surya Karjakin game.
Okay. And we have a position here which I guess Surya is going to be very, very happy about. Karjakin has played a bit of a passive line here, but this looks wonderful for White to me. Great bishop looking at this weak pawn here, center, zero problems. The big question is, how is Surya going to actually press here? Plays h3, useful move.
Bishop f8.
And bishop f8. And here, the only problem is that Surya needs a kind of plan. It's all very well and good playing moves like h3, but you actually need to do something. And he finally goes for d5. This is a very typical move in these.
Taking advantage of the b5 weakness, you can't really go c5 because b5 is hanging. And
so the big question is, after b4, do you now take on c6? Bishop takes c6, something like this is very reasonable, but this looks like a good transition for Black. The knight can come to c5 in some variations. You've got to be careful about this. But
I've got this idea with queen c4 maybe in that position, Lawrence. So can I go queen c4 here?
Here?
Yes.
Wow.
So
wow.
And the f7 pawn. Let's just see. Takes on f7 and bishop f6. And you can't capture with the knight because of the... Yes.
Wow,
And then otherwise it's just mate on g8 if you
That's
take gf6.
beautiful, Tania Sachdev. That is beautiful. Well done. That's a great little spot. I wonder if Surya, I guess Surya has seen that.
And Karjakin's having a think here because he senses it. He's definitely seen it too.
I mean...
Karjakin could be in trouble.
Could be in trouble here.
In fact, I think he is in trouble.
Well, he's hand in his... Well, he's
He's
gone
gone
before.
b4. So what happens after dc6? Now, you don't want to take on c3 because after let's just see that line.
Or maybe
now you just take on d7 and you can't cap... Maybe this is the knight d7.
Maybe this is still okay.
He's taken on c6.
Okay.
And yeah, perhaps he has to take because this was a really nice line with...
Yeah, absolutely.
With he's gone dc6. If you
Well,
have
he's
to
having a
if you
think.
have to take back on c6, you have to take it with the queen, no? So he's gone for bc3
He took on c3. Yeah, he saw this line. So
and
c6,
take on d7.
Knight takes d7,
You
precisely.
don't want to mess up your structure on the king's side with queen d7, bishop f6, and take on c3.
And bc3.
Probably queen c3 should be on the board.
Well, he might think about playing knight c5 here also. There are a few ideas for black, but it feels as though he's doing fine, to be honest.
Yes.
Feels as though this is more than acceptable. So well done. Okay, let's go to another game. Why don't we go to the...
Hikaru Hari.
Yeah, sure.
Very interesting. So Hari has gone for a break on the king side, trying to just create some weaknesses in Hikaru's pawn structure. I have to tell you, Lawrence, Hari is a very, very strong endgame player. His technique is incredible. He's got that Carlsen-esque style going on where he just plays for a really long time and tries to play for small weaknesses and small advantage. And the number of games this guy has won from a seemingly equal ending,
Yeah.
too many to count.
Indeed, and we have got a result. Vidit against So that was just a non-event. That was a dull draw.
You get the feeling that Wesley has kind of not been feeling himself in this event. You know, he failed to impress us in the rapid, and he hasn't done much so far in the Blitz either. And Wesley really is that kind of player who needs a good start for a good tournament. Confidence makes a huge difference to him. If it doesn't start well, he struggles to find his form.
Yeah, a lot of the time he does. He had a fantastic 2016, 2017, won everything, got over 2,800, but been struggling this year, so not at his best. Now, what's going on in this position, Tania? We've got f4 on the board. It looks as though Harry's in a bit of trouble.
So the g4 pawn is under attack right now. So can I go knight e4?
Well,
So you just go bishop e3.
probably.
You can't take on g4 immediately because there was a threat of knight f2.
Oh, he's gone g3. Wow, okay, g3, hg3, and knight b6. I like this decision by Harry. He's going to try
Bishop f3, but it's just an extra pawn. You've got two doubled pawns.
Yes.
So it's maybe half an extra pawn.
It might be more than half, because this pawn here, even though it's doubled, is doing such a good job. Oops. I'll get these arrows. Controlling these two squares and dominating this knight.
Knight d5 on the board.
And knight d5 on the board. And, you know, this is going to require some decent technique by Hikaru, but...
And Hari's down to 19 seconds. Look at Hikaru's clock.
Yeah.
1 minute 44 seconds.
Plenty of time.
I mean, this guy
is he going to play knight f5
unstoppable.
here? Why is it... What, knight f5 is the first move you think of here? Bishop f5. He's gone b4, okay. b4, just kicking this knight.
Knight
into
d3.
d3. What is he trying to do, Hikaru, here with b4? Is he going to take on d5 now? Is that his idea? And then a move like
Bishop
knight,
c3.
Bishop c3 or knight f5?
b4 is hanging, so
he's
you
going
have.
to take on d5.
So he's taken, and he can go knight f5. Oh, we just saw him signaling to Hari that let me just press my clock, and then you can make your move.
Is he going to go b5 here? Actually, that wouldn't surprise me at all either. If he just keeps this, because the knight, even though it looks good on d3, is actually in the firing line here.
Knight f5 on the
f5,
board.
and bishop f8.
Hari
and
playing
bishop
on
c3.
seconds.
and this is very bad news for Harikrishna.
So if you take on b4 with the knight, he's gone knight b4. Does he just take and take on d5?
I guess he does, yeah.
Bishop b4, and it's probably going to be rook d5.
Yep.
Just a very healthy extra pawn for white. And it's 2 on the king's side. This is going to be very difficult to save. I don't see Hikaru messing this up with the time advantage and just a really very close to a winning position. Knight h6. Just wanting that knight on f6.
Yep. Knight g4.
Knight has come on f6, and now white always has to be careful with ideas of rook d8 and rook g8.
Yeah, this is a very famous mating net idea. Although in this position it doesn't quite work. But
white can get g4, g5, and then it becomes really dangerous. This looks bad for Harikrishna. Knight e8 is a threat on the board.
Rook c8 played. Rook to d7.
e6 is a threat. b7 is under attack.
Yeah, this is...
Knight to d5. It's looking horrible.
Well, you can't go e6 just yet.
Knight d5.
Knight d5 first. I like it. Nice and centralized. No, this is just over. Bishop c5 he'll play.
And what about e6 now?
E6.
Just it looks completely lost.
That's enough.
And that's it. Hari's had enough of this game.
And Hikaru out in front. Let's go back to the Pragananda game, but Hikaru with that.
He really outplayed Hari in that one.
Yeah, he really did. Let's go to Pragananda though. How is the youngster doing? He looks like he's in terrible shape here against Levon. 2 bishops.
Lots of weaknesses for white on the board.
What's going on here?
A pawn on b2.
A pawn on b2. Oh my goodness me.
We should just...
Yeah, we're going to get there in a minute, guys. Bishop d5. We'll get the exact moves through. Oh my goodness, g4. And here's the pawn on b2, and this looks
lost.
Completely over.
It looks over. That king is just stuck there, and black wins the e5 pawn, and Pragnananda resigns. A nice game by Levon Aronian.
Yeah. Anand versus Shakhriyar Mamajarov was also a bit of a dull affair with a draw, and we've got one game going on. Let's go straight there.
And
Surya
a pawn up against Karjakin, but is it enough?
Wow, this looks horrible for Sergey.
Oh, he's 2 pawns up. It's more than enough.
Yeah, this looks completely over.
This looks really bad for Sergey. Surya playing on seconds, but it should be enough. He can't mess this up.
Yeah. And it's just a question of technique. Can he find a way? He's got to keep his king safe, not fall for any cheapos. Queen e7, I like it, stopping any checks. That's a beautiful move.
Look at that queen on e7 and knight on e5. No checks along the
Bishop
g file.
b3. I don't see how you can even generate anything. Bishop e6, just holding on by the skin of his teeth here. Queen d6, queen g5 check, king f2, covering the d2 square, lovely. Means he can't penetrate. Queen h4, king g1, queen e1, and bishop f5. Still no perpetual check in sight here. So he's only got a few seconds. Quick! Don't!
He has to make
do
a move.
it. Knight c4, very random move there. But knight b6, this is clever. He's covering the long diagonal.
This is over for Sergey Karjakin.
Yeah, this should be over. You've just got to queen c2, he's holding. Queen e5, okay. Now the bishop, the king has to go to g6. Knight into d5, and now knight e7 check is a threat. King to f7. He's still holding on, isn't he? Just by
Queen e7.
Queen e7, king comes to g6. Must be very painful to play that move. Knight e3 now. Lovely little four. Queen c1. He's going to go queen d6 check. Yeah, and that's over. Yeah, and a huge win.
Huge win for Surya.
Yeah, massive win, and that's a big blow for Sergey Karjakin, one of the big favourites, 2016 World Blitz champion, getting off to a pretty rotten start. Getting off to a pretty rotten start indeed.
Surya giving the local fans something to be choice about.
Yeah, absolutely.
Former world champion. You know, he's had brilliant result in Blitz, Sergey Karjakin, and this is a big win for Surya Shekar Ganguly, who has been struggling in this event.
Yeah, yes, very bad start for Sergey Karjakin, only on half a point, plenty of games. It's an 18-round tournament. Pragnananda not yet able to get a half a point on the board, any result, and Hikaru Nakamura just breezing through. We can see the results here.
Really breezing through. I mean, two very, very convincing wins for Hikaru. Yeah, he's really in form here.
And we're going to get the standings up in just a second to show you guys that it is Hikaru Nakamura, pretty much actually similar to what happened in the Rapid, the way the standings are looking at the moment, because Hikaru is out in front, leading the pack, with Levon just behind him. So just like the Rapid, Tania. Then a bunch of players
at
1 point.
50% for a lot of players here. Sergey Karjakin, a loss against Ganguly in the previous round puts him at just half point. And Pragnananda still looking to score.
Indeed, and that means, guys, that we will we'll be back very, very soon. But in the meantime, we're going to show a quick video for you guys, which
enjoy it.
Will be very entertaining, I'm sure. We'll be right back.
Oh no! Bedo, Bedo!
That was incredible.
Yeah, that's, I mean, when we tell people, especially when I tell people back home, Tania, you're from India, so you know, you've seen it all before, but when I tell them Vishy gets mobbed like a rock star, they don't believe me.
But you know what's amazing is it's this city, it's not just Vishy, it's all these chess players. Yeah. They love this game, they see them, they want them. And what was beautiful about that video was that Vishy, when he was in the car, he actually asked, he saw all his fans, he saw all the love he was getting, and he actually asked the driver, the chauffeur, to stop the car so that he could spend some time with them.
Yeah, no, it's really nice, really, really nice. And the love here for chess, especially
immense.
In Kolkata, is just huge. Yeah, absolutely.
Because this is also home. This was home to one of India's first big events, which was the Goodrick Open tournament, and you had top grandmasters from across the world coming to play. So this is a big chess hub.
Yeah, it really is. All right, guys, I hope you enjoyed that. We're going to be back in about 5 minutes' time for round 3 of today. Don't go anywhere. It's been fun. It's been exciting. A lot more drama to come. See you soon.